Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful Ponytown community subreddit video. Today, of course, we are going to be taking a look at your builds here that you have posted yourselves on this Ponytown community subreddit. Before I get into that though, I want to give a little announcement. I'm actually going to give you guys a theme that you guys are going to post from now until the next time I do this video, which will be sometime next month. I like to do these once a month if you don't know. So I'm going to give you guys a theme and I would love for you guys to post these on, of course, this Ponytown unofficial subreddit here for me to look at next month. And I'll kind of rate those, I'll kind of look at them and everything like that. But for now, that theme is going to be two-story houses. That's right, I want to see two-story houses. I want to see either like an interior that has like stairs going up into like a second floor. I want to see exteriors that look like two-story houses and things like that. I just want to see a two-story house. In fact, just make it a multi-story house. Make it 3 floors, 4 floors, 5 floors, however many floors you want it to be, but make it multiple floors big. I want to see what you guys make with that theme in mind. You can be anything. It can just be a stupid little simple hotel. I don't care, but make it whatever you want, make it multiple stories. And now let's go ahead and get into this video. So of course, I have some saved, but here's the top one, the most recent one posted 2 hours ago. Animals in Ponytown created by food. They have this nice parrot thing here. Some bunnies here, and I assume this is supposed to be a frog or maybe a turtle, but it's very big, so it's a little bit hard to tell what it's supposed to be. That one was by Bunnycorn0000, but we have plenty of other ones, such as this one right here by NoHandle8972, who made a fun little candy tree. So if we take a little bit of a closer look at this, you can see that it does indeed look like a very nice, lovely little candy tree. You got some candy ropes coming down from the sides. I guess you could call them nerds ropes or something like that. Maybe that's what that's meant to be. I don't know. But they got all kinds of sweets on this, like the macaroons and the donuts and these big cakes here, even just random bits of candies and strawberries and stuff. The way that they decorated it just makes it look so good. Like, it doesn't look like they just placed random bits of like sweets. It doesn't look like they just placed random macaroons and cakes and things like that. It looks like every little piece was placed very intentionally and very carefully, and I love that because it just looks so good like this. I can't imagine if like this strawberry looking donut was like way up here instead or something like that. I can't picture that in my mind, because in my mind, if it was over there, it just would not be real. But it's hard to describe, but that's how I feel about this. I feel like everything was just placed absolutely perfectly and carefully to make it look like an actual legitimate candy tree. Now, I'm not super big on the signs that are sticking out right here. I'm not sure what's going on with that, as well as like the random bushes here. But the tree itself looks incredible. I absolutely love it. So here's something else to love. This person here, crushed_by_loneliness, posted this right here where they made some random dude, I guess, in Ponytown using random bits of carpets and things like that. I think this looks lovely. It looks incredible. It looks absolutely amazing and great. I think it looks like a little dude, just a dude just vibing there or whatever. I don't really have much else to say other than bravo. Very well done. Very, very well done there by crushed_by_loneliness. Very good work there. And let's take a look at this one right here. This one's a little bit dark, but it is, of course, by NoHandle8972. I think we mentioned them a second ago. It's a little early, they say, but I can't wait for Halloween, they say. They made a cool, spooky carriage and skeletons, and they say inspiration is allowed. So if we zoom out here, this is what it looks like. It is a little bit dark, like I said, but you can kind of get the vibe of it. The skeleton horses really is the main thing that makes me want to highlight this. The carriage I'm not too big about. It doesn't look, the greatest, because like the wheels are definitely detached from it. But they do look like wheels. I will give you that. The little pickaxes here, they do look like wheels, but they seem detached from the carriage. The carriage itself kind of looks like, I don't know, a mess of like random objects that were placed next to each other that almost kind of resembles a carriage. But again, like I said, the main thing I want to highlight here, of course, is the skeleton horses, or whatever they are calling these. I think they look incredible. They look amazing. They legit look like the skeleton of some kind of horse or something like that. They even have some candles here to represent, I guess, chains attached to the carriage, which I think is a nice little detail. And with the carriage, I really like the use of these white wooden tree things. Ponytown is a little inconsistent on whether or not these are trees or if they're like columns or whatever. It's dumb. But anyway, these wooden tree things, I think they look good the way that you put them there. And I think the The banners also make it look a little bit more like a carriage, but then you get like the random rocks and stuff like that stacked on each other, and it just looks a little bit weird that way. And again, the pickaxes are detached from the cart, so it's like, oh, you lost a wheel or something like that. It doesn't look like it's part of the thing itself, and that might be because, you know, it just ends up appearing behind the rock or something like that, and so they just kind of detached it a little bit so that you could see it still. But yeah, overall, very well done. I absolutely love it, but there's some more stuff that I love, so let's go ahead and take a look at this one right here. We have this one right here by Tonal Architect. They say that they're still in denial about Autumn, and they made this build right here. I think this is lovely. They have some trees here, like some custom trees. I really love how they did that. Literally all they did is get one of those wooden bench seats that are, you know, vertical or whatever like that, set it down, put some different like leaves and stuff on top of it, and then boom, some pomegranates or something. Boom, it looks like a tree. Like when I saw this from a distance, like when I first was scrolling by and I saw this, I was like, holy shit, how'd they get those trees? And then I realized they just made a custom tree. This one right here is definitely the best looking one. This one right here and this one right here, I guess the thicker you make it, the less realistic it looks to me. But you know, this thin one here and this one right here, they look absolutely amazing to me. I love it. I don't know how that just looks like a tree, but it just looks like a tree to me. I don't know. But I also really love the way that they did these tiny little sand piles to kind of cover up some of this weird cliff edge here. I think that's a nice detail. It definitely could have been done slightly better because there's still some pieces missing. Maybe that was on purpose. I don't know. But regardless, I think it looks amazing. They have this like dock path over here going into this building here with like a wall. They made like a custom wall using the flooring. Very amazing, very well done. They even have this thing right here, so it looks like it's hanging from the tree and into the building and everything like that. Just so many like little things like that. They just did an amazing job at this. And yeah, overall, just absolutely love this. And I know you're still in denial about autumn and fall, but hey, fall is an amazing season. I absolutely love fall. I cannot wait for the weather to get so much colder and for all the trees to look pretty and stuff like that. I can't wait. But speaking of things I can't wait for this. That's right. This one right here by nerd_sauce0, who made this very lovely sword in the stone and asked everyone on the Reddit, are you worthy? So I think this looks amazing. It looks like the Master Sword. This is an extremely simple build. Literally anyone could have done this at any point in time, but for some reason I've not really seen these. I've not really seen a sword in the stone in Ponytown. So I'm very excited to see this because I honestly want to see more of this. I want to see people do this more, maybe for their roleplay maps or something like that, maybe for some fantasy roleplay maps, maybe for their Kingdom RP maps or something like that. Maybe they want a sword in the stone somewhere. I think that would be an awesome thing. But yeah, this definitely looks very amazing. Basically, mostly the main thing to focus on is the sword itself, but obviously the things around it are pretty cool too. I like the trees here. I wish they would have toggled those off so that we can't see through them. Them being transparent kind of hurts the image of the build itself, but it's fine. But of course we got the leaves scattered everywhere. It looks slightly overgrown because of the way they placed everything. They got some gravestones here. Perhaps there are people that try to pull from the stone and they died trying to do so or something. Ooh, some lore perhaps? I don't know. But it looks very amazing. I absolutely love this build. Just overall, it's very good. So very well done there. And now let's take a look at our last one on this list, shall we? Boom, this one right here. Dust_bunny said that this is the current area on their boyfriend's island. So if we scroll over here, zoom out slightly, we get a look at that build. I think it's a little bit lovely. It's not super fantastical as some of the things we've seen so far, but in terms of just a base build, I think it's just amazing. It's really good. They have this nice little lovely, almost romantic type area here in the middle, I guess because it was their boyfriend's island or whatever like that. Maybe it was meant for them, who knows? But I think it looks very lovely. The path over here is very simple, but I always love the idea of the huge log slices next to the small log slices to sort of make a path. I've always loved that design. I've always loved that idea, so I always love it when I see it. Now, I'm not sure exactly if this was done the best way, but I think it's done pretty well regardless. The vines up here, I'm not sure what they're doing there. I'm not sure if that's meant to be like, oh, there's like a forest if you go up in that way or something like that. I don't know. It seems a bit random, but I guess it doesn't look too bad. And again, all the mushrooms everywhere. I guess they have a thing for mushrooms. I don't know. But they have these boats over here, which I think look fine. It looks like it's probably meant to be like one single boat, like all the boats together are meant to be one single boat or something. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? But I think it looks pretty cool. They have like a little bed there to sleep in with some crystals right above it. I think that looks lovely. I always love when people can actually implement the hanging crystals decently, because the whole tree branch part of it looks kind of dumb in a lot of builds. So I love it when people do some cool stuff with this. They even had some of those hanging plants, put them around behind these trees, and got some hanging vines. So yeah, very good use of some of the items in the game. And overall, I think this is pretty lovely. But yeah, there you go. Those are the builds for this month on the Ponytown community subreddit. Again, I would love to see you guys use my theme and make some builds and share them here on this subreddit. Yeah, I guess that's going to have to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.